Hey guys, it's Fan Fantasy here. You can call me Fan, and it's great to be back in Gunner Heat PC. And it's been a while. I know a lot of you have been asking if I'm still covering this game, and the answer is yes, I am still covering this game. Just waiting for their new content update, and decided to, just to do one of the missions and to show you a good example of, combined arms element in Gunner Heat PC. I know Infantry is still in the works of things, but I figured that it might be a good time to just show you guys a preview or a potential preview of what it can look like. And so I just want to play this mission and just talk about a few things and just to kind of chill with you guys in this video. And so our mission is called Cheap Tricks, and so our mission is to capture these two objectives, Objective Chalk and Objective Talk. And so there is a enemy mortar rifle company which we can expect, and we have a platoon of M60A3 TTS which I'm controlling, as well as 3 platoons of M13s. And so I'm hoping that I can control the M13s just to kind of change things up a little bit. And so our mission here is there's an AOA to the left right here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move the tanks to a higher terrain, so about right here just south of this tree line. We're gonna be taking up a battle position up here, while our M13s will be moving on the left on this row to capture these two objectives. We will set up in this BP right here. And so we do have available fire support. We have a smoke, as well as 3 artillery barrages and 1 fixed wing close air support. And so we're gonna be using those to our advantage. And so there's a lot that goes into combined arms planning. There's obviously the Mech Infantry and the IFV, or in this case the PC, the M13, and then the tanks. Ideally you want tanks to be more in the open rather than the Mech Infantry, and so like having a high ground about right up here is perhaps better for the tanks than the PCs. And so that's why I'm going to have the tanks up here rather than going all the way in, because these are urban areas that we want to avoid our tanks getting into. The reason for that is because there's windows, there's potential for enemy infantry to be like on top of buildings and shooting RPG downs. And so usually it's better to have the Mech Infantry clear the town, assault the town, while the tanks are supporting them by covering, making sure that the enemies don't approach from anywhere else and hitting or destroying them at the objective. And so this mission is really good to kind of demonstrate this. And recently I've done a video in Steel Beast where I was commanding a tank platoon and a Mech Infantry platoon and just assaulting 2 objectives, and that took a lot of coordination and time. And so definitely it is a challenge to get it right. It's not always going to be perfect, but it can be very rewarding when you're able to coordinate with the tanks and the infantry and just to complete the objective together in sync. And so that's my hope for Gunner Heat PC in the upcoming update. Alright, so on pause and let's move right in. So let's continue moving, and as you can see, the last update, they improved the M60A3 Murdic camouflage. And it looks a lot sharper, in my opinion. It looks a lot more brighter, because the old one looked a lot more darker. So we're going to move in a line as we're about to crest up that hill. And our Mech Infantry, or M13s, are moving on the left. And one thing that we want to do is make sure that we crest up together so that we're able to overwhelm the enemy a little bit when they see more than one tank, and that we're not a single target for sure. 25 meters close might be okay. And so we'll slowly move into our battle position, and we'll call in support. We'll call in smoke at Chalk, and we'll also call in artillery at Talk, and we're engaging targets. Yep, PC targets identified. Look really far. Want to make sure we're not shooting the berm. Alright, switch to our thermals scan. And it looks like BTR on and firing. That was a hit. One on the left. And on the way. Want to make sure that we're moving up. Oh, You see, oh, we took a hit. That looks like, yep, that's an anti-tank team. Let's try to engage those. Suppress that area, not good. Okay, we lost our other M60s. We might have to bail out right here, and yep, that's not good. Okay, so now we have control of the M13s, which is something that I kind of wanted from the beginning. Let's fall back. Yeah, so that's not good. This is where our mech infantry will be a lot more useful. So we're gonna take over first platoon once I move him in the clear. Yeah, so this is something I really wanted, which is to take control of the M13s. And so we're gonna take objective talk, and we're gonna clear out the ATGM team. Alright, so it's been a while since we used the M13s, and we have a target identified on the left BTR, and we'll fire just, and it looks like target destroyed. And we do have BTRs on the left. I'm not sure if they're destroyed yet, but we're gonna keep moving. Don't want to be too stationary. And I think we can, oh, yep, looks like we had anti-tank team. Oh my goodness, suppressing. All right, now we're reloading. Let's smoke out. Oh my goodness, looks like they took out. Oh shoot, yeah, not good. All right, so we're gonna move these guys up. Looks like they were stuck. Yeah, one thing about this is that the AI kind of needs a little bit of fine-tuning. All right, so we'll call in arty on them. So one of the things that you could do is also call in artillery to counter the anti-tank team. And there's a BTR on the left. I think we can engage from here. Fire just. DC target. And I do hear our artillery hitting. And we'll fire just on that BTR. Oh, yep, there he is. Yeah, I can't really move and shoot these guys. And target. These guys can actually pack a punch, so I have to be careful of the BTRs. Alright, we'll re-engage against that BTR. A little short. Let's aim a little higher. And looks like target. One more on the right. Okay, now we're reloading. We might have taken out the ATGM team. I'm gonna press up in a bit. Let me take control of this guy first. Yep, looks like he's... Alright, looks like he's down. And we'll take out the last BTR on that road right there. And we'll keep firing. Okay, yep, we cleared objective chalk, which is right on this road. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the final objective, which is talk. We'll move our gunner to the 12. Yeah, so I think unfortunately this guy took a hit from the ATGM. And I do see our other M13s moving up. I think there's still one more in that objective. Yep, there you go. Enemy rifle company has been destroyed, and we still have one more remaining M60A3. Thankfully, he was able to survive this. But yeah, those guns were definitely a big threat to us. So, unfortunately, we're too late to respond to them, but they were definitely a threat to our M60s. And this is where our M13s were a lot more useful. So around this time, the mech infantry would dismount and take up positions in the town, whether they'll occupy a building or around the building, and then they'll seize and clear the objective. Alright, so we'll end it right here. And a total of 9 loss. Okay, so we got crew loss of 9. I think those were from our tanks, equipment 7 and 13. And yeah, let's take a look quickly at the after action review. So we identified the PC targets, looks like to our south. We were able to engage and destroy the BTRs without a problem. And this one with the heat, looks like it hit the turret, but did not do too much inside the BTR. Fortunately, with the recoilless gun, they were able to knock out our tanks pretty accurate. Look at that, about 800 meters or 700, about 800 meters. They're able to get a good shot from us. And so yeah, one hit, and that basically went through a tank. So yeah, they hit in a really good spot, almost like a reverse slope defense almost. You have to kind of move up to see. From here, I can identify about 4 of them, so they were very deadly. And unfortunately, this one, our main tank took a hit inside the window of the driver and went right through into his head and into the crew compartment inside, as you can see. And that was it for our tank. And then we took control of the other tank, and same thing, the recoilless guns got a really good hit on our turret and went right through and hit the crew inside. And with our M13s, which we controlled, this guy managed to get a really good shot, about almost 300 meters at us, and there's nothing that much that we could do aside from eating that. So that kind of penned through, hit inside the crew, and burned out the M13 right here. Yeah, so not all the rounds penetrate through. This was about 360 meters, and so it didn't really fully pen through. It did pen in some parts if you're able to fire at the same spot, but this one hit looks like the commander's arm, and I think the gunner was dead already, and then the driver. Okay, so looking at right here, we're able to suppress the area and hit one of the... Oh, so this wasn't a recoilless gun, but this was an ATGM right here, as you can see. So not all of them were all recoilless guns, but some of them were like the ATGM missiles. And so we were able to engage this target right here. Almost 600 meters. This one stopped at the hull front. Likewise too, similar. So he actually did fire it at us, but thankfully it stopped at the gun shield, or penetrated through the gun shield, but missed the gunner. So that was a pretty lucky shot. So unfortunately, our tanks took most of the casualties right here, but that's okay. I really wanted to just show you guys the M13 in action more. This area up here was probably where the enemy was expecting us at. So what we call as an engagement area for them. They've set up possible TRPs, target reference points, and they probably ranged this area already too. So they probably got a good idea of the range distance already. So like I said before, this mission is probably where the Mech Infantry would shine the most in, especially them moving into town. And honestly, it is pretty exciting to know that Mech Infantry and dismounts are coming very soon, because we know that tanks don't go in alone. They're not the only fighting element in a battlefield. And so Mech Infantry and tanks and other supporting elements, it makes a complete picture of armored warfare in general. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I just wanted to show you just an imagination or preview of what Mech Infantry can do in Gunner Heat PC. But I can tell you, Infantry will make things a lot harder for us in Gunner Heat PC, because from my experience in Steel Beasts, they can hide and they can pop up from nowhere and hunt you down and destroy you. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering when's the next update and all that, but do wait. A lot of good things coming up for Gunner Heat PC, and they're very consistent, as I can see in this dev team. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next video.